Welcome to another arts exploration. In today's exploration, Shaping Words, we will begin writing without shape, and then shape those words through drawing and collage to come up with personal meaning. For this exploration, as often, you'll need a piece of paper or two and a pen. If possible, you'll also need a set of colored markers, pens, crayons, pencils, anything like that, something with color. And you'll also need a pair of scissors and some glue, preferably glue stick. To shape, shapes, shaping, these words can actually mean a lot of things, both literal and figurative. So throughout this exploration, keep an open mind to the many meanings of the word shape. Let the ways in which these meanings connect to your life be part of your exploration, even if only in the back of your mind. Before we begin the exploration as a whole, I'll just ask you to take a minute or two to quietly close your eyes and reflect on the meaning or meanings of the word shape to you. You can pause the video now for that 1 or 2 minutes. We're now going to take a piece of paper and our pen and begin writing. I actually recommend choosing as large a size of paper as you have for this. It'll make the next step of this exploration easier. But that said, if you don't want to spend so much time writing, you might want to take a regular 8.5 by 11 piece of paper anyways. As for what you're going to write, you can choose to write out something that already exists, something that you've already written previously, or something that you enjoy, someone else's poetry, an excerpt of a book, a story that you like. But I definitely recommend choosing to just write something fresh right now. The way you would do this is to just free write. To just start writing and write whatever's on your mind. Don't censor yourself, don't judge yourself. Just let yourself write whatever you're thinking now. And a really good way to do this is to just write without stopping. So you just have to keep writing, keep writing, keep writing, even if it seems like it's going to come out as gibberish, because there will probably be a lot of meaning actually in it. Of course, if you're more comfortable writing at a slower pace and taking some breaks, you can definitely do that because you just want to be writing whatever feels comfortable to you at whatever pace feels comfortable. Another thing to keep in mind is you are going to fill up whatever piece of paper you have chosen completely with writing. So if you have a lot of time on your hands and you know you want to write for a long time, or you're just a really fast writer, then you can choose to write really small. But if you know you only have like 5 minutes to write right now, and you write a little bit slower, you want to take your time, you want to take some breaks, then definitely write really large, because whatever you do, you want to fill up the piece of paper with writing. Keep in mind that you can write whatever you want, any content you want, for as long as you want, or as little as you want, and as big as you want, or as small as you want. It doesn't matter, the exploration will be just as good, and it will be completely unique to you, which is what matters. Once you have your whole sheet of paper full of writing, flip it over so that the writing side is down. Take your scissors and begin cutting shapes out of the paper. You can cut as many or as few shapes as you want, but keep in mind that the exploration will probably be more exciting if you do more shapes, just to keep in mind. Also, you can make the shapes very cut and dried, very simple squares and circles, triangles, or you can make them as amorphous, crazily shaped as you want. It's completely up to you. You can do a mixture of both. You can make the shapes really large, really small, anything you want. Just play with it and have fun with it. And remember, don't peek at the writing. Now take another piece of paper, identical in size to the first. Take your shapes and begin gluing them, writing side up this time, onto the paper to form a collage of sorts. Try if you can not to read what's on your cutouts yet. Just allow the shapes to be what dictates where you put each one of the shapes on the paper rather than what's written on them. Now that you have your collage in place, take your set of colored pencils, colored markers, whatever it is you have, and begin to draw or doodle over the collage to make it into one whole. Now you can choose as many or as few colors as you want, and you can put them anywhere you want. You can fill the paper with color, or you can just put color in a couple little places. But with this part, still try to refrain from reading the words that you've written. That part will come very soon. While drawing, you may find yourself coloring just on the shapes that you added to the collage, or you might find yourself just coloring around them on the piece of paper that you glued those shapes to. Or you could definitely be coloring anywhere at all on the drawing as a whole, whatever feels right to you. Once you're done your drawing as a whole, you can take as much or as little time with that as you'd like. Take a step back, and now is your chance to look at it, and to look at any part of it you want. You can read the words that made it into this final product. You can look at how the colors of your drawing work around the words, or work through the words, or which words they even cover up. You can just explore what is happening in your drawing now, and how the words and the colors combine, or even clash. Have a new color in hand while you're looking at the drawing. You may find that certain words really stick out and really catch your eye now that you wouldn't have expected to catch your eye before when you were just writing and writing and writing. But maybe the way the drawing overlaps with the words and the shapes has caused certain words to now stand out to you. So you can take the color that you haven't included in your drawing yet, and you can either circle those words that stand out, color around them, whatever really works for you. Shade them in, I don't know. Anything that feels good and right at the moment. I would probably recommend sticking to maybe the first 10 to 12 words to catch your eye. And that's probably at most, or else it might just seem to get too busy now. But if you end up finding that all of the words catch your eye, then you can just color over all of them. Maybe you're finding a whole bunch of extra meaning in this drawing, and that's wonderful too. Taking a look at the drawing as a whole now, and specifically the words that you have underlined, colored in, circled at that very last step, how might these words relate to each other? And how might they relate to your life as a whole, either right now or in general? And how might these words have implications for your life? Or even connections to your reflection at the very beginning, where you reflected for a couple of minutes on the word shape, shaping to shape, and the meaning of that for you. You have now completed this exploration. You don't have to think or do anything else. The very fact that you've completed this exploration is enough. Thank you for exploring with me.